This the Black Powder Podcast. Kick up your feet, lean on your armrest, and get your mind blessed on this conquest. Hold a grip like a 12 gauge, let this moment kick. Black people moving and having some gun ownership. I carry weight, not to keep the camera safe. It's thinking about you, my kids and my parents' faces. The big topics, they don't wanna involve us. Think we're novice, but now we're moving hard with revolvers. This the Black Powder Podcast, let's get it started.
Primer's hit, the powder's lit. This is the Black Powder Podcast, where we chamber the narrative, light the message, and stay on target. Exploring firearms, culture, and community with the unique perspective of black gun ownership. The Second Amendment is for all, but here we aim to redefine the narrative of black society in the Second Amendment space and terraform the landscape of firearm communities with purpose and power. As always, if you have questions, comments, or would like to be featured on the show, please reach out to blackpowderpodcast@gmail.com and search for us on all popular social media sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, and more. If you're looking for past episodes, please find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, and more. Shout out to the supporters: Tactician Fragrances, Tardigrade Industry, Gun Club Radio, Hot Brass Clothing Company, and many more listed below in the information.
Kind of line them up and knock them down.
Hush is, that one gets me too. It's just, the bottle to it is what gets me. That thing is crap.
It's a cool design.
Yeah, and just how it looks like a suppressor, but it shoots out the top. And I think you said earlier you shot your television set with it or something.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I was just so excited to get these.
Didn't read the instructions, did you?
Right, and the funny thing is, it's literally right on top of the box. It says, "Hey, stupid, this is how you do it." You know?
Yeah.
You push the bottom of the bottle, and I'm not gonna shoot my TV again, but you push the bottom of the bottle right here, and it comes out the top.
Yeah.
Now, I know I made a joke about the was the Christmas Story movie earlier, so I'm going to let everybody know: don't shoot your eye out with the Hush. Just aim center mass, for lack of a better description.
That's right. Put it right here and go.
Right.
Actually, we can do it. I've got one sitting here. If I open it up, the Hush, and I also left. I don't know if you do that, but like in the side, so you can actually see your quantity.
I love that feature.
It's kind of cool because you just put your phone with the flashlight, which I'll just use a real light. But there's the hole, which is a threaded hole. So that's actually a threaded hole.
I saw that. That was
5.7.
cool.
But you put it underneath, and then you can see like inside what you got going on. And it's kind of a crummy. You probably tried it though. You can see the blue blue bottle in there going on. But yeah, for demonstration, you take it and you just point it at yourself and you. Oh, got me. Yeah, that's good. That one smells good. It's got like I don't know if people like Creed. That Creed scent a little bit, but it is my own mixture to it. But if you like Creed, you're gonna like this. It's different, but has kind of some notes going on that Creed has, and just that bottle's just cool, just super cool.
Oh yeah, and
it feels good in your hand too. It feels like, doesn't it? It actually feels kind of meaty, like.
I mean, they all do, even the break, because I travel, and sometimes when you travel, you wanna smell nice, no matter what the weather is, whether it's hot or cold. I would think that if it was hotter, you'd be able to your body would be able to process the scent a little bit better, and it just kind of goes out into the air, But of course, the TSA being the TSA. They see something like if I have the frag, which you said you can't travel with that overseas.
You ain't traveling with that.
Exactly.
You probably could put it in your check baggage and you'd be okay. Because I took some of the earlier ones to some trade shows with me and I didn't have any problems as long as I checked it. Nobody cares. So.
Gotcha. Well, I know if I ever got that one agent, I was like, it's not safe. It's got liquid in it. I can at least carry the brake, because the brake, not everybody. Not too many people who are outside of the 2A community know what a muzzle brake is.
Right.
So they'll look at this and say, "Oh, okay, cool.
It's a
That's a
cologne
nice
bottle.
design." And then,
Yeah, cologne bottle.
right,
They'll ask what it is, and you'll say it's a cologne bottle. And you actually could just travel and keep it in the pack. Keep it right in the package. It's it's 5 milliliters of cologne. And it says so right here.
yeah, true. I know. I don't know. Maybe because in Atlanta, we've had like some crazy stuff happen as far as TSA and people trying to walk through with firearms or whatever. There was the
Yeah.
one incident that happened years ago where the guy actually had a loaded firearm in his backpack. He went through the actual scanning area where you put your bag on the belt, and that ended horribly because he freaked out. He grabbed a bag, and I think the firearm went off, and then
Oh
he,
God. Must have been a
yeah,
SIG. Must have been a SIG. I mean, I don't know what a gun could go off without pulling the trigger. That's all. I'm just saying.
yeah, high point.
I
But if I had to choose, I mean, it's the 50 cent for me. I know that if I run out of this, I'm easily gonna restock on it.
Yeah,
Um, and I know it's not the most expensive
like
one that's
17. But
there, but it's
I
just
discounted it because I wanted to get rid of the stock because I was getting a lot of slack for the name, and I figured, I'm just going to sell them out, and then didn't mean to offend, and I'll just change them. I'll keep the scent, but they'll be now. I'm going to offer it in probably a 3 round burst. So you'll have your alpha, your delta, and your omega, and they'll be
Mhm.
called 3RB. So, and that's the best I'm coming up with, but you know, 50 cent. I'd just love to keep. Maybe we can get a hold of Curtis Jackson and say, give us the green light, man, so I can keep selling this the way that I want to sell it. Because I'd love to keep that price point right where it is. It's cheap enough to where people will buy it. It's a cool looking bottle. It's just, it's a 50 caliber bullet, and it fits very well within that 5 milliliter line. So maybe we reach out to him and we get his permission to continue without any legal ramifications. And
Yeah, I mean, maybe even set up a deal where he can help with the promotion or something.
yeah,
Because
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I don't see why a guy like him wouldn't look at this and say, that's a kick-ass line. There's something I want to be involved in. It's just cool. It's just fun. It's
right,
just
because
very neat.
you've actually got rappers that are involved in the 2A community.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Twister's one of them.
Right.
Twister is like a huge gun nut,
Yeah.
and I think he actually has range days of his own too. I think Killer Mike is another one. He's involved in heavily involved in politics. I like that fact. He's not just going out there throwing his name out there. He's
Sure.
like doing the hard work that
Right. Right.
the
Right.
average rapper wouldn't do,
Right.
and so many others. So I don't see why this wouldn't get somebody's
Well, yeah.
attention, especially 50 cents.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Help me out, Everett. There we go. Let's go.
I tapped underground, you know.
Yeah.
So again, wow, amazing fragrances. God, even the frag is just cool.
I think as far as cool factor, it's the best bottle. It just looks so the part. And honestly, it's probably my favorite smell out of all of them because if you like, and it's got the notes of like
Mhm.
an Aquadigio and fierce and like an amber wood. So the notes just blend so well. It smells good. And I just changed the concentration from that toilette to the parfum because it's going to last longer. And yeah, it's I'm excited to get that one out, and hopefully I'll have it out by December 1st. I'd like to launch it before Christmas so people could buy them and give them as gifts. And it's just a matter of building the boxes and getting because all the bottles are built right now. I've got about 100 of them ready to go. I just wanted a nice packaging so it actually looks like a grenade box, and it's gonna seal the deal. Be look really cool. Be like a really professional product that somebody put a lot of effort and care into building it.
Right, and you could definitely tell because I remember asking if you 3D printed
Yeah, for now.
the right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But
God, it's so cool.
it's still a very intricate 3D print too. Is a lot of thought. I actually engineered all
Yeah.
the models myself, And to build them, you have to be thinking about draft angles and overhangs and stuff like that. And then dimensionally,
Yeah.
it has to have tolerances and all this stuff. So there's a lot of iterative process that goes into building the bottles. But if the line takes off very well, I would absolutely be looking at doing, even on the frag one, an actual metal bottle. That's got a, so you could
Oh,
buy
that'd
it.
be cool.
You buy the bottle, it'd be like over $100 for the bottle itself, but you'd buy the bottle and then I'd sell refills so that you could actually open it, put in the refill and close it. So you buy the
That's
bottle,
cool.
a one-time purchase, but you'd have the bottle, to have forever. And not that this doesn't last, but at the same time, I just, the higher value to it. You add a higher value, it'd be fun.
Well, I think if it doesn't last, that's a good thing because they're coming back to buy more and you have a loyal fan base and customers.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I think you're right. You're absolutely right. And I know
And,
one
and
of the questions
plus,
you had was, is there any more coming out of the line? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, there's more coming out. Nothing I'm going to give away, obviously, but yes, to answer your question, there'll be some other ones coming out. Some would be, one of them will be just an exclusive. I'm probably only going to build 100 of them,
Mhm.
and it'll be very cool. It'll be like a 2 ounce bottle though, but it's just going to be a very cool looking bottle. Yeah, very, very cool. It goes out to the artillery guys, let's put it that way.
I don't know if you get a Claymore out there, that'd be kind of cool. It's just,
Claymore would be fun. It's just, where do you put I thought of that. It's just like, how do you put the bottle in? And there was some ideas surrounding like a rectangular bottle.
mhm.
It just fits inside. So there's things that can be done for sure. Yeah, the ideas are immense. But you just have to look at what's out there, and can we build a bottle around it? Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, true. Shoot, if you were to do a women's line, you could use Valkyrie. That speaks for herself right there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a tougher one to do as far as the female line. How do you do that? But I got to do at least one or two. And it actually is neat because on the marketing aspect, we could introduce a new character along with Sergeant Amor. And like we talked about before, was like Apone, having Apone, that guy, just the character to him is
Yeah.
badass. He's a badass character. So adding more characters to the line as the lines progress on. And one would be like Agent Ophelia. So she's like this seductive badass girl. And I think it'd be fun. It'd be good to have something like that.
I don't know why I just imagine it being French. I mean, I hear Ophelia. I'm like, this
Yeah,
sounds kind of fun.
definitely.
I know my names are probably wrong, but
Parfum, French. Ophelia.
see Apone now.
Yeah,
They don't sit
Apone.
down on love. Here, take this. And he gives it to the guy and he just, that's how a man does it,
Yeah, yeah,
Well, dude, these are all, these companies are amazing. And I just like the concept. I like the things that you got going on, especially dealing with safety, because I'm a huge supporter and fan of safety.
yeah.
Um, and love their fragrances, love the design. Where do you see Tardigrade Industries and Tactician fragrances heading in the next few years?
I see tardigrade being blowing up. Honestly, I see that just exploding, just because, like you said, the nature of what is being offered is so far superior to anything else, validated by our own government now. So I think that's going to explode. Um, it may end up, like I said, it may end up being somebody buys it out, because it's just got so much potential to it. There's be some large purchase with that. But I honestly am just at a position where I'm just getting it out there after all this hard work. And I'd really love to just see it successful and manage that for a while and manage that success, just so I can validate that my time back was worth it. Somebody just coming in and throwing a bunch of money at you. Now, well, now what am I going to do? I mean, I could focus on my fragrance line, I suppose, but I have a lot of vested interest in tardigrade, as far as like emotional interest in tardigrade, as to what I
Right.
built with that. So I'd love to see it work, and be able to just help people, man, just save people. And like you said, your buddy come over and he lost his eye. That just sucks. And it breaks me up, just because it's these people. We have the technology to do this,
Right.
to at least save certain aspects to people. So
Yeah, and
that's
that
where I see.
that's not that's good. I'm sorry, man, but just the fact that you got passion behind what you're trying to do, and the fact that it's like you have to see it done. because you know it can be done and you know it needs to be done.
Right.
I really wish more CEOs or just companies in general would have that same mindset and that same drive, because some people just go out there and it's like time to make the donuts.
Yeah.
So they just
Bottom
keep
line.
doing the same thing over and over
Is
and
my
you have no
bottom line in the
passion.
red or in the black? That's what they focus on. Where's my bottom line?
Okay.
And I can tell you,
Figures and numbers.
I've been so underwater with certain projects. It's like I stay up at night wondering, I got a couple employees. How am I gonna pay for these guys? And I actually end up taking my own money, which I really don't have a lot of, and just making sure that they're taken care of because I need to push this company forward. So
Mhm.
it's a hard place to be in. And a startup and trying to open a business is the probably the hardest thing you're going to do in life, because when I'm in law enforcement, you go to work, you get a paycheck. That's it. You do your job and you don't, and I was okay with it. I was fine, but you get a paycheck and you come home. But with something like this, there's no guarantees. There's absolutely no guarantees. And even the slightest little criticism, it hurts. It does. And you just have to be able to push through that. You have to be able to, the haters are going to hate, and you have to recognize that and just say the hell with them and the hell with it, and move on. So from both
Right.
companies, there's haters. There's just people that are just, they're so filled with their own negativity. They just have to take it out on somebody else, not realizing that what they're actually doing is, I mean, to me, it's fine because I could take it. It's fine. But to somebody else out there, that may just fold their business and stuff. And it's all
Right.
based on your opinion, which is stupid. So my advice to people starting is you need a bulletproof mindset. You need to be resilient. You need to be patient, because persistence will pay off. Just when you think you're about to quit, like everything sucks, it's all right.
Mhm.
Just push a little more and see what happens. Just give it another little push and see what happens. And hopefully that you get over that hurdle and things start to roll around. So
Yeah. And honestly, I think I heard this phrase a long time ago. If you don't have haters, you're probably doing something wrong.
that's true. And I think the hating is part of validation of your product.
Hmm.
You've got people that took the time to put a negative comment down on your page. Well, I just took a minute of your time from you so you could bash on me. So something's getting to you. So I must be doing something right. Yeah,
Yeah. No such thing as bad publicity, but the funny thing is hate also builds a lot of hubris on their side too. So
true.
when they think that well, I've got the corner in this market, and then all of a sudden here comes Kris McKenna with this niche market that's actually like super super effective.
Right.
He ain't gonna do nothing. And all of a sudden you look up and you're
Yeah.
doing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, you got to keep pushing forward, man, and
Gotta
just
keep pushing.
stay
Yeah.
humble and stay away from the hubris.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely
100%.
agree with
100%. 100%. Don't give up. Don't quit.
that. Right.
Just keep going.
Um, it's good to hear that type of resilient talk, especially during these times, because everybody is just so focused, especially after the election stuff. Everybody's so focused on
Yeah.
what's going to happen. Are they building a Death Star? Are we going to survive? Are they going to blow up Alderaan? I mean, just
Relax. Okay.
yes, yes,
Just relax.
exactly. And both of your brands embody resilience. How do you, as a business owner, stay resilient in a competitive market?
Yeah, you just, like I said, you just got to believe in what you're doing, and you've got to keep going with it. And I think the mentality people have is that when they put something out there, instantly the world knows about it. And that's so far from the truth. It's not even funny. So, and I've always
Mhm.
heard, well, you only get one shot to put your brand out there. And I don't think that's true either, because as many times as I've taken these products and noodled them, that's why I really haven't jumped into market, mass produced it, is because there's always going to be a better idea. But I do realize eventually you can rewrite the script all you want. You got to make the movie at some point. So as long as it's not something that's completely detrimental, like even on the frag on itself, there's just some little internal things that I've had to noodle to make the bottle better. Nobody's even going to notice it. If you took a version that I gave you and a version that I'm going to put out in 2 weeks from now, you wouldn't even notice. But to me, it makes the manufacturability thing. So to how do you stay resilient is to keep innovating and and to stay resilient is to just get out there and keep going and be proud of what you did. If you got a product, be proud of it. Be just absolutely proud of it. You know, you did that. Nobody else did that for you. And if somebody wants to buy it, that's even better validation that you're doing something right. So you'll find your customer base. You know, it's not going to be everybody, but you have the time, and just use it. Use it to your advantage.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that because we live in a time where everybody wants instant gratification and they don't want to put the work in. You know,
right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
got
this
the work.
day and age of being trained by a smartphone that you can instantly click on and get that instant, the dopamine hit instantly. If you want to settle down and start a business and you think you've got a good idea for it, hang on. This is going to take you for a ride. It's going to take you for a massive roller coaster ride. You're going to have the ups, the downs, the sideways, the insides and outs. And I think as far as the Tactician line, that was a quick turnaround. Like I had that idea. It was November of last year. I didn't even start on it until May of this year. So the bottles, I only built like 25 of each to start and got the LLC and did all that stuff in May. I did all that stuff in May. Started it with a little under $5,000 and just put it out to the world. And by April, I had made like $3,000. And in June, you know, it's getting up there now where it's healthy, profitable little company, and I haven't even really done anything with it. So that was a really quick, I think, the quickest thing I've actually jumped off the line and got off the ground and made still look higher, I guess, brand wise. It looks like $1 million company, you know, with the website, with the boxing, the packaging, and all the stuff in the set. It just looks like a bigger company with the presence, but it's just me, a guy sitting in a chair doing everything from the artwork to the marketing to the scents to the bottles to the designs to this stuff to that, even shipping it to your door. Falls in my hands. So
it's very professional too, and yeah, definitely inspirational story. Tell everybody where they can find everything. You know, find the tactical equipment, find the fragrances. Where can they find these genius inventions?
The internet says Tardigrade. Where else, right?
Right.
Tardigrade.industries. That's the web address for that. So instead of a .com, my mind goes marketing wise. How do I make this differentiate from something else? So everything's Tardigrade.industries because that's the name of the company, Tardigrade Industries. So I own that. That's it. It was just fun. It's good to get that domain. And then Tactician Fragrances is just tacticianfragrances.com, tacticiancologne.com. I think I grabbed that one, but I kept it to fragrances because it just rolls better. Tacticianfragrances.com. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I noticed you also have I think the Instagram is underneath the same moniker. And
I tried to keep everything the same. So it's like Facebook / Tactician Fragrances, Instagram / all that Tactician Fragrances. And they're all linked up to the actual website itself. So
yeah. Well, I know I will do what I can as far as making sure that anytime I put out a new episode, I'll include links to Tardigrade Industries as well as Tactician Fragrances. And I'm actually trying to build a list of, I guess you could say, a small network of people I can put on my information for my podcast. So I'll add you on there, and I will do what I can in order to just spread the word. Because I know my boss. I showed him everything. I showed him the website. I showed him both websites. He's like, "Oh, this is cool." So he's down for it.
If I get an order from Atlanta, I'll know it came from you, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Kris, it was a pleasure having you on, man. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And thanks for schooling me and educating me on all this stuff. And thanks for helping me smell sexy.
Yeah, you got it. It's right. All about that. Very good. Right. I appreciate your time too, man. It's the start of something. So you're at the ground level of hopefully helping us, change some things, especially on the protective side of things. But at least helping you smell better, right?
Brother, I'll do what I can, man. And I'd definitely like to have you back if you're interested.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. We can, as things progress on, we can update and give updates to stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
But all right, man.
This the Black Powder Podcast, let's get explicit. We got the wisdom hitting targets with a marksman's precision. We're having fun in the booth, we're running gun for the truth. Every future black gun owner, we're spreading the news. We do it legal, we're moving regal and blessing the people. Some hopes for the culture, we keep it locked like guns in our holster. Holding it down as we're loading the rounds. If they were nervous back then they're gonna be scared of us now. Black Powder Podcast, we'll be back in a while.